Good morning. Good morning. It's time to start our day. Good morning. Good morning to you and you and you and you and you and you. Good morning. Good morning. I think we're a little crinkly today. We're a little achy all over in our joints. So we're going to play around with some Vini yoga, which is therapeutic repetitive motions in yoga. And we're going to work some deep fascia. So go ahead and grab your blanket, please. And as I just said, today we're going to take the blanket and we're going to put it on the yoga mat. Make sure your phones are turned off. You've taken the dogs out of the room. You really are carving out this time for yourself. And we're going to take our blanket and just put it right over that yoga mat. Nice and cozy. And then you can take a blanket or a block or something like that if you feel like you want to have a little pillow. That's always helpful. And all we're going to do right now is lie on our backs. I have a block that's on the low level and I have it at the base of my skull. So I'm getting a little bit of a nice stretch in my neck there. Maybe that feels good to you, maybe not. I'm going to walk the feet wide and lean the knees together and turn the palms up. If the palms up does not feel comfortable for you and you'd prefer to turn the palms down, feel free to do so. We're just going to allow ourselves to drop here into the mat for our centering here. Gently closing your eyes. And on this first minute, I'd like you just to check in. How does my physical body feel? So we're not doing judgy. We're not saying it feels better or worse or good or bad. How does it feel? How would you describe the way it feels? Does it feel tight, sore, tired, heavy? Do you feel hot? Do you feel cold? Okay, now turning your mind to look at the breathing. How is your breathing moving today? Don't change it. Don't fix it. How long is a typical inhale of yours and how long is a typical exhale? Let's take a minute and just watch. Again, resist the need or the desire to fix it or make it anything. We're just standing in the mirror. We're just watching the way it flows. Count how long that inhale is. Count how long that exhale is. Beautiful. Now, if I asked you a question, said, where are you going this summer? And you said Paris, I would say, who are you going with? What time of the day are you trying to find a flight? I would ask you details. And you're like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. We wouldn't ever get it done. So part of deciding something is making little tiny choices, right? Setting the intentions. I'm going to try to get there in June and stay for a week and then come back, like making those decisions. So here at the beginning of our session, we're going to be putting our sankalpa, putting our intention on the class. So the question is, what brings you to yoga today? Like, why are you here right this very minute for this hour class? What is it you're wanting? What is it you're seeking? What is it you're hoping for? So for this third and final minute, we're coming into our intention, physical healing. Sometimes it feels more mental healing or emotional healing. For some of us, it's even spiritual healing. So what brings you to the mat today? Why do you practice yoga? Start to simmer it down into a 2 or 3 word phrase. What brings you here today? What are you hoping for? What are you wanting? What are you seeking? Get really clear. Remember that mantra, okay? Remember that intention. All right, my intention today is to be like a helium balloon. You know, when you blow up the helium balloon, it's all open, big. And then every time we exhale, that crinkly balloon, all that air leaves and that wrinkly, crinkly balloon comes back. That's what my focus is today. So let's take our left knee into the chest. You can interlace your fingers behind the thigh. Okay to leave the knee bent if you want to. Otherwise, we'll straighten it. And we're just going to sort of move the vata, move the air out of that ankle. So point and flex, point and flex. As always, we're watching the tracking of those toes coming right to the knee. And if you're new to some of this work, just do your best. 2 and 1. Good. Now bend the knee. Bend and straighten as best you can. Maybe you're not going to straighten all the way. Just open up that little hinge. 3, 4, 5. 3 more. What are we doing right now? We're stirring you up. 1 more and 8. Good. Drop it down. We're going to drop the leg open just a tiny bit and then close. Open a tiny bit and close. So I'd like you to keep your belly button looking at the ceiling. So you're not opening the hip enough that you're actually turning. You're just checking in on that open and close. Let's go 3 more. 2 and 1. Good. Leave it open. Leave it open. Keep it open and straighten it. So we've got an open hip here. The knee is looking to the side. We're going to turn the knee up to the ceiling here. So it's a neutral hip. We're going to open it again, and we're going to drag it back up and then close. 4 more times. Open, straighten, the hip is open, close it, open it again, pull it up, and then close. 3 more. Open, straighten, neutral, open, bend, and close. Open, straighten, neutral, open, straighten, or bend. Last one. And beautiful. Pause. What's the difference in the ankle and the knee and the hip from the right to the left? Start to create that inhale and that exhale. They're equal in length. So we got that calming breath now. We inhale for 4 or 6, and we exhale for the same. Let's go to the second side, please. Opposite leg up. Interlace your fingers behind the knee. And again, maybe some of you will straighten that knee. Maybe that's not for you today. Other way. And we're going to point and flex just the ankle. 8, 7, the knee. Watch the tracking. Keep that leg lined up. 2 and 1. Beautiful. Put it down. Open that hip and close. Open, close. 3 more. And open. Straighten, bend, close. 7 more. Open, straighten, neutral, bend, and close. So again, this doesn't seem like we're doing very much, but we're working really deep here, really deep. So let yourself have these slow, steady, mindful movements, noticing what you feel like in each step. Go 4 more times. Open, straighten, neutral, open, bend, close. Two more. Last one. And pause, receive. Deepen those breaths, finding a calm and steady pattern. Okay, so take a moment, everybody look over at me here and watch this next bit, and then I'm going to have you do it, but just watch me for a moment. So we've done this before. Remember, we talked about if you're making the bed and you're using a fitted sheet, you take it over one corner and then you have to pull the sheet to make the other corner. That fabric that we're pulling, those threads, those fibers of the sheet is the same way as our connective tissue. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep the foot, the whole bottom of the foot on the mat, but we're going to lift our hips up. So notice that my foot stays there and I'm lifting my entire side up, and I'm going to let my arm receive all this work. So the more I lift up and away, I'm stretching all the way through the armpit. If my arm wants to turn, I'm going to let it turn. If it wants to open this way, whatever your body wants. And then we're going to coil down through like a pearl necklace. And then we're going to do it again. We're going to lift up, 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 taking lots of time to stretch out those fibers and then come down. Look here, one more second. The other leg is dropped open. It's completely out of your way, right? We're going to do it 8 times on each side, and then we'll switch. So come to neutral line, please. Mirroring me, drop your right knee open. Push the left foot into the ground, arms wherever they want, and lift the glutes, lift your buttocks, your bottom off the mat, feeling that opening all the way through. And then exhale, 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 coming down and then coming back up and down.
really working it now. There's no rush. There's nowhere to be. You've carved out this time for yourself. Just go all the way in. Feel yourself opening those fibers, opening those threads. 2 more. All the way through the spine. And down, 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 down. Pause. Okay, second side. Drop that left leg up. Lift the right side, really stretch 8 times. Remember the point of yoga, right? It's not to exercise, it's not to open up our hamstrings, it's not to develop, shoulder range of motion. Like none of that is what yoga is. Those are what happens when you practice yoga, right? You open up. But the purpose of yoga is to know yourself, is to really know yourself. So as you're exploring, like where do you hold tension? Where do you feel tight, resistant, sore? What's your thinking about? Are you judging yourself? Are you being really negative in your self-talk? Like, watch how you're showing up here and then calibrate yourself to how you want to be showing up. Kind, loving, open, productive. One more. And receive. Take a pause. Receive that work. Beautiful. Take your time. We're going to roll over to our left side to do our hip work. If you'd like to prop your head up on your hand like this, please do. If you'd like to use your pillow, you can use your pillow. I challenge you to not put your hand in front. I want you to use your core. So you could put your head over or your arm over your head. You could rest it on your side, whatever feels right. Just challenge yourself to use your strong abdominals. Let's bring our legs into a 90-degree angle. And as I've mentioned before, some of you want to be using your elastic band here. It's always helpful to grab what you need. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here. So those of you who are doing the PT work, you could have your straps on you right now. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. Okay, so we're going to come into this 90-degree angle. We're going to act like this leg is very heavy, and we're going to lift up and down, and 9 and down. So as you're making this lift, we're thinking of this upper leg, but I want you to also think of this bottom leg as bracing against the ground. So almost like you're trying to spread the knees apart. This is pushing down. This is pushing up. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Is everybody having fun? Heck yeah, we are. We have so much fun out there. Okay, knees together, lift up your ankle. Knees together, lift up your ankle. I'm going to put my strap more at the thigh. Maybe you will too. Now push up. You got this internal rotation. Tap the knees. Push up and down. You don't have to have this elastic band. You could still be doing all this work without it. 3, 4. How's that breath? 7, 8, 9. Calm and steady. So self-loving. and 10. Good. Pause. Just the crabs now, just the knees open. 10, 9. Feel yourself moving that thigh, moving that hip. 5, 6, 7, and 10. Good. Last thing, if you're using the band, take the band down by your ankles, and we're going to do what we call monster walks. Really press that left leg against that floor. That's going to hold you up. You're going to find hip distance legs, and all we're going to do is turn the toes down, the heel higher. This is pretty challenging. Okay. So number 1, I'm bracing here with my leg, not my hand, and I'm turning my knee and my toes down. I'm going to tap, tap, and then pull that heel up. Behind me, tap, tap, and up. Front, tap, tap, and up. These are sort of dynamic movements. Just do your best. There's no right or wrong. 8 and 9 and 10. Hold it up. Bring the heel and the toes level, and we're going to do 100 kicks. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. 20, 30, 40, 50. Halfway there. We got this. And 60, 70, and 80, and 90, 100. Nice loose fist here. Give yourself a little punch. Nice loose fist. Move that energy around. Pause, pause, pause. Good. Let's come back to our back and just receive that work. Feel what's going on in your breath. Calm down. Feel the difference between one side and the other. 2 more deep breaths. And let's flip to the other side. Take it over. So 90-degree angle, again, using strong core rather than our hand as we rest here. You're using the elastic band. You're going to put that on your shins or your thighs, whichever works for you. And again, acting like it's a very heavy pillow. We're going to come up. Here we go. Ready? Smile. Have some fun here. Remember why you showed up to the yoga class. What is the healing you're looking for? I'm trying to be like a helium balloon. 4. Good. Take the heel up. Knee is down, heel is up. Push back. 10. Tap the knee. 9. Heel stays higher. 8. Calm, steady breaths. 'Brace the ground with that bottom leg. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Ankles together, just the crabs. Open and close. 9, 8, 2, And 1. Beautiful. Straighten both legs. Both legs. Take that leg up. Turn the toes down. We're going to tap, tap back. Tap, tap back. Toes are lower than the heel. We've got that internal rotation here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Beautiful. How you doing? Okay, 100 monster walks. Zip up the abdominal muscles here. Find hip distance apart. Heel and toes are now level. Notice that I don't have my toes up or my heel up. They're level. We're going to go for 10 tens. Ready? 100. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. 60. And 70. 80. 90. 10 more. And 100. Good. Loose fist. And on your back again, just receive. As you're here, maybe you'll play the piano with your toes. Just keep those feet loose. And take your time. When you're ready, we're going to come all the way out onto our hands and knees. So you can take the strap off your legs if you'd like. We're going to check in on the upper body now. Lower body should feel nice and juicy. Taking your hands to the mat, your shoulders are right over your wrists, your knees are right over your hips are right over your knees, and we call this tabletop pose. So you're in your tabletop pose, and you're just going to pedal out your back. How does it feel to sort of kiss the ceiling with your spine, and then to look up, just moving and pedaling through that lower back? Some of you will stay on that. Some of you might even go up to our home base pose, downward facing dog. Notice that my ears are in line with my arms. My feet are the width of my hips. My hands are the width of my shoulders. And I'm just hanging here upside down, getting a nice boost for my brain. You could even nod your head. Yes, yes, I'm letting go of tension. Get those knees, pedaling them out, opening up the backs. 2 more deep breaths. And then when you're ready, go ahead and we're going to take our blanket. If you have a towel, maybe you won't use your blanket here, but I don't have a towel, so I'm going to use my blanket, and we're going to come to folding that blanket up. Now, as always, there's different levels of yoga teachers here. There's people who are new to yoga. So we always want to have a level that sort of meets you where you are. And so this level I'm about to offer you is pretty dynamic. I ain't going to lie. So if you're ready for that, you're going to take your blanket and you're going to fold it up. And we call this the mountain fold. It's just the neutral fold of the blanket. And then we're going to fold it one more time. If you don't want to do this, then you're going to just sit on your bottom. You're just going to sit, in crisscross applesauce, just Sukhasana pose like that. That's a great way to play. Working a little bit deeper, you're going to take a very tight roll really tight, and however high up you want to go is up to you. I'm going to go medium, so I'm only going to roll half of it, and I'm going to tuck this blanket right underneath the backs of my knees. So I'm really going to take the time to scooch it as close up there as I can, and then I'm going to sit down, ouch, and say, ouch. Let me hear it. Ouch. I'm also going to sit on a block because it's so youchy today. Some days it's not so youchy, but some days it is. And what we're doing is we're compressing, right? We're like squeezing the toothpaste tube, really opening up those crinkles of that helium balloon. All right, now let's check in on the neck. You'll probably hear a lot of crinkling. That's the fascia, and we want to be going after those little air pockets. So watch here for a moment. All we're going to do, keeping my ears level, keeping my chin parallel to the floor, all we're going to do is just turn the head. Not a whole lot. Keeping the back of the head right over the lower back. Notice I'm not leaning forward, sitting up as tall as I can, and just rotating. We're going to be doing this for about 2 minutes. What's it feel like to turn to the left? What's it feel like to turn to the right? Keep it going, those repetitive movements. About 5 more. Good. Come on back to center. Come back to center. And then this is challenging to do, but play with it where you're just going to kind of wobble your head. Remember, the spine goes up to the roof of your mouth. And you're just going to be like a snake. Just really see if you can bobble your head. Some of you will find this a lot easier than others. Some of you have never moved your head this way. You might hear a lot of crinkling in there. Just go for it. About 2 minutes. You could nod your head yes. You could turn it no. You could do some sort of bobblehead, like on the dashboard of a car, not a card. You hear all that crinkling in there. Notice it. Keep going there. Juice it up. Fluid. If you have any kind of dizziness today, obviously this may not be for you. 1 more minute. Three more breaths. Beautiful. Come on to center and let's do some ooh la las. These are ooh la las, moving the whole shoulder blade, right? Moving all that, juicing up those joints, moving, 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 all the way from the scapula, all the way from the shoulder blade. 2 more. Okay, we're going to take it forward now, like a big football player or a gorilla, moving. And then the ooh la la is coming back. And then forward like that gorilla, all the way through the scapula, all the way through the shoulder blade, moving that. 2 and pause. Good. If you need to stand up, reset, and then come back in. You might even find that you're able to go a little lower, starting to open up a little bit. Toes are pointing directly behind you. Okay, we're going to take our hands out to the side, palms facing up. Take your left hand, pull the head gently, keeping the arms and the shoulders and the ribs level. And we're just going to let this right arm lower. So some of you might even find that pushing into this left hand is key. So you're pushing your head into the hand at the same time as the hand is pulling you over. Relax your tongue and your throat. Some of you may want to be pedaling out this arm, feeling that rotation. Some of you may want to bind, like whatever feels like it's going to meet you where you are today. Two. Good. Take it up. Let's go to the other side, dropping, reaching that right arm up, left arm floats down. 8 breaths. Again, maybe your head is even pushing into the hand, so you're resisting this tilt. Maybe you're binding around. Two more deep breaths. Good. And come on back up. Come on back up. Again, maybe your ooh la las, whatever you want to do here with the shoulders. Let's go to the front of the neck. Notice your collarbones here. Let's take our hands on the left collarbone. Gently pull the collarbone down. So you're gently pulling the collarbone down. And we're going to turn and look away from that left collarbone and take our chin to the sky. So we're opening up the front of the neck, that texting neck. So we're gently pulling the collarbone down, opening up here. You could use your fingers to massage if that feels nice for you. Keep diving into the deep breaths. Good. And shake it out. You can feel all that gunk get in those hands. Let's switch sides. Look to the left here. Grab your right collarbone, pull down. And then again, taking your neck up. Giving a little massage if that helps. Two or three more deep breaths. Good. And come on out. We're going to shake that off. Last round, stand up, give your little calves and legs a break. And last round, going back in. You get to choose what you want. Now, these pectorals really do get tight. So I really do think there's a lot of use in just giving yourself a massage across through the armpits, around the whole chest collarbone area. Because remember, all the attachments of the neck go here. So if you feel like you have a lot of tension, maybe this is some of the work you'll do right now, is this massage of the chest. Maybe it's the spine, running along the spine that you're wanting. Okay. Otherwise, we're going to take our hands in a number 4, bring our fingers around, and we're just going to do wrist circles. So either you're playing with the neck, massaging the neck, or you're just rotating those wrists. Just really juicing them up. Other way now. Some of you will be bending the elbows. Again, just moving those air pockets out of those joints. Okay, putting your knuckles on the shoulders. Now touch the wrists behind you and then splash open. So the fingers open. Make a fist again, touch the knuckles to the shoulders, tap the wrists, and sprinkle it open. Let's do that a couple times, or you're still massaging. So whatever variation you're wanting to do. It's our last 5 breaths here on this pose. When you have finished what you want to do, we're going to go up to our home base again, hands on the mat, and just take yourself up to downward dog and just let your head have all that beautiful gravity. Two more deep breaths. All right, come on down, come on down, come on down, please. Okay, what we're going to do is we are going to take 2 blocks like this, and then a blanket for a pillow. Notice that there's a space between the blanket, pillow, and this. Working a little bit deeper, we're going to use a bolster and a pillow. So if you have one of your big pillows, one of your big bolsters, you're going to grab that. If you don't have it, you can always use your blocks. So this is a deep rotation in our upper body, really nice and lovely. So you could have your bolster here. You're going to scoot to the very edge of the bolster, so at the very edge, or the blocks, and you're going to rest your head on this pillow. Notice that my arm is on the mat, my ribs are on the bolster, and my head is on the block, or you've got a blanket and a block, okay? Hands together. Inhale. Exhale, open. As much as you can comfortably. Inhale, close. Exhale, twisting open. 3 more. And then on this last one, we're just going to open and hold here. See if you can fill up your breath, fill up your body with all the breath, really receiving it. And exhale, let yourself melt. 7 more breaths. Two more big breaths. Stretching out that chest. Good. We're going to roll all the way to the second side. Take your time. Go to the edge here. And then inhale, open. Open your chest to the sky. And then exhale, close. Other side, open. You don't need to go as far as me. Go as far as you can comfortably. there's any pinching in the shoulders or anything like that, it means you're going too far. Think of what we're doing to the spine, giving this nice little twist. 2 more. The next time you open, just hold there. Let yourself receive. 8 breaths. Two more. Beautiful. When you're ready to come out of that, and take your time. Move slowly here. We're being very loving towards ourselves as we're going to finish up with our last posture. Now, if you have a bolster, I'd recommend flipping around and putting your legs on the bolster with the backs of the knees protected. If you don't have a bolster, you could always put the blocks underneath you. You could also prop your legs up on a couch or a wall. But this last pose, we want to be very super comfortable. So you want to make sure that all the things, all the curves of the neck and the curves of your back and the curves of your legs, all those things are very supported here so that the body can really relax. So please find your way to your final pose now. Some of you may not quite be ready for it. You might find a happy baby pose where you're grabbing your thighs or your calves or your feet, right? This is your time. Maybe you want to do a headstand or whatever variation feels like it's going to meet you where you are. And take this last minute here to prepare, please, for our final, most important posture, which is Shavasana, relaxation pose. Taking your time. Oh. There's no rush. There's no hurry. This is your time. About 30 more seconds. Beautiful. All right, making your way to your stillness now. Perfectly still. Feel the heaviness of your head, the heaviness of your left leg, your right leg, left arm, right arm. Feeling supported by the floor that you're on. Relaxing the muscles of your face, relaxing your tongue, your throat, the muscles around your eyes, the muscles around your scalp. Like really, really dropping open.
Remember your intention of what it is you needed today. See if you can calibrate yourself again towards that. What do I want? What do I need? And we'll take 3 audible exhales together. So inhale through the nose, please. Open your mouth and sigh. Hold it out as long as you can. 2 more. Inhale through the nose. Big exhale. Last one. Beautiful. All right. So these next 5 minutes, as we close up our class today, I want you to stay in your pose and let the work you've done, that deep repetitive movements that you've done through the joints, let it start to find its way inside your body. You don't have to do a thing except be perfectly still and watch your body being breathed. That's it. You be perfectly still and just watch the body and the breath, and then the wisdom will take over. You don't have to do a thing. Okay. As always, thank you so much for keeping your light on. Thank you so much for jumping on the mat. Everybody who loves you is benefiting from this work that you do of keeping your own light on, right? It's deep, deep work. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. Deep bows, much love, and